So I wanted to create this video just letting you guys know what happened. I am guided down my path with pieces of popcorn. So the other side has led me forward based on the mental and emotional shifts that I have made with regards to accepting my truth. So I've had a great deal of difficult truths that I have had to accept, embrace, and speak. And I just wanted to fill you guys in on what the latest piece of truth is and what happened recently. I recently got certified for Reiki level 4, which means I am now a Reiki master teacher. I can not only perform Reiki on myself and others, but I am also in a position where I can teach it. So when I was talking to my Reiki teacher who attuned me, she said, you need to go give your business cards to some schools and go start teaching intuitive development and Reiki at these schools. And I said, I agree. I think that'd be a lot of fun, right? Just even, belonging to the intuitive community is a great support system because we're kind of an underground society, right? Because this world isn't always kind to us. So I think it's important for people to go to their local spiritual centers for that love and support, warmth, and acceptance. So I knew that teaching was going to be extremely gratifying for me to be able to teach people and pass this knowledge on to them, but also just being in that environment. It's like a warm jacuzzi. So the following weekend, I actually stopped by a spiritual center that I really like to give them my business card and basically just inquire about a teaching position. And as I was leaving, the other side came through and said, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm going out there, I'm getting it done, I'm teaching people. And they said, we want you in front of the masses. I said, this is the masses. These are classes, dude. I'm getting up in front of students in person. This is the masses. And they said, no, we pulled you aside and essentially beat the crap out of your soul in order for you to be our voice. They said, you're a channel of divine truth. You are meant for the globe. We built you for the masses. We suppressed your ego for the masses. We tested your connection, your trust and strength and your own ability and your strength in us, your trust in us, over years. They said, we put you through that spiritual boot camp. So I'll include a link to that spiritual boot camp video if you want to see it. It's called What's Required for Unabashed Truth. So the other side's very proud of that video because they're saying that that's the many different ways that they did beat the crap out of me in order to be their voice. So they were really adamant about the fact that they built me for the masses, that's what I was created for. That's why I went through this spiritual boot camp, and they weren't particularly happy with what I just did. And I said, okay, fine. What do you guys want me to do? I mean, I'm doing readings for people now, via my website. I'm making YouTube videos for everyone, like, what do you want me to do? And they said, we need you to change your title. And they said, from now on, you are going to be referred to as one thing and one thing only. The absolute. They said, you are a channel for the divine. You are kind of like being a channel of divine truth is a privilege that's earned, not a right that's granted. So that's why, as they guided me down my path, it was like angelic realm, angelic realm, angelic realm, right? Because you can see my YouTube channel, angelic realm, angelic realm, angelic realm. And then it started turning to God to the media, God to American people, God this, God that. So the divine started showing up himself and having me speak for them. So they are being really adamant about the fact that since I am speaking for the divine, there was a lot of preparation in having me do that for him. And so this title, while it sounds arrogant and cocky and makes me look like a total jerk who thinks I'm above everyone else, they're saying that I need to represent myself properly. And that the only thing they want me to call myself now is the absolute. And I said, okay, well, I'm an intuitive counselor. And I said, yeah. said, I'm a psychic medium. And they said, yeah. And I said, I'm a Reiki master healer. And they said, yeah. And they said, if you are the voice of the divine, you know, if you're speaking for God and you are the absolute and you are a channel, all of those abilities fall underneath that. They said, if you are a channel of absolute divine truth, those abilities should just be assumed in you. So almost like the absolute forms this umbrella, an intuitive counselor, psychic medium, Reiki master, healer falls under all those. Like it just comes with the territory. So I said, okay, well, as far as mainstream society is concerned, how am I supposed to still do readings for people? Hey, I just booked a reading with the absolute. Are you serious? And they said, you're going to explain what those readings entail, because as the absolute, you're going to align people with their own personal truths. They said, when you talk to the masses, you're aligning the masses with their truth, right? I'm aligning the masses with their truth with regards to the US government, what's going on there, the law of attraction, whatever. They said, when you do a reading for someone, you are aligning them with their personal truths. You're focusing on their soul as an individual. You're aligning them with their personal truths with regards to their love life, their soulmate, their life purpose, right? So it's like aligning people with the truth for the masses versus aligning people with the truth on an individual level. So they said you can still do readings as much as you want, but first and foremost, you are our voice. First and foremost, your responsibility is to the masses. That is your responsibility. That is your life purpose. And doing individual readings falls below that. So they just showed me an image of me up in front of large audiences doing like mass healings. They showed me in front of large audiences, you know, talking to them, being a channel of the divine, answering questions. They showed me an image of like audience members writing down questions and then me collecting them and basically deciding, you know, like what the best questions are, like the strongest questions are, what the most interesting answers I feel would really educate everyone the best, and then answering those. So I guess that was their point, is they want me to redo my logo, my marketing, my title, and really just revamp everything based on me being the absolute. So this was really hard for me to digest, and I started crying because my friends and family already think I'm crazy, and this just puts me to the next level of crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if they like jump on my back and try to choke me out from this. Because this definitely looks extremely arrogant, and I understand that. So me, Christine Pavlina, I'm sitting there looking at my life and thinking, I could be on Venice Beach doing tarot card readings and giving out little crystal ball keychains to tourists. Sand, surf, sun, maybe an iced tea. Instead, I get to be extremely arrogant and cocky, call myself the absolute, say I'm a channel of divine truth, and talk about controversial subjects all day, such as the US government, atheism, abortion, all that fun stuff. So it's a pretty difficult life I signed up for here. Not the easiest, but I think the thing that made me cry the most was the fact that I moved away from the marketing community and into the intuitive community. And I have a lot of intuitive friends who I feel very comfortable with and very close to, and I've fostered those relationships. And one of the things that bothers me about calling myself the absolute is I am now pulling myself away from the intuitive community. It's like I'm putting myself in a position above them, like what I say goes. And that just looks really cocky. And so that's what really broke my heart the most, is I feel like I'm pulling myself away from my own intuitive community in doing this. And my intuitive friends were actually really cool. They were teasing me. They were saying, hey, look at the bright side. Maybe, you know, your title is kind of like the game, you know, the situation or the weekend, right? Like, you're just the absolute, right? And I'm like, yeah, except that their titles don't sound arrogant and mine does. So the other side's cracking a joke saying this video was brought to you by Christine's ego. It's not that they don't care about my ego, it's that it's not their priority. So I guess that's why I wanted to create this video, just kind of letting you know what the deal is and letting you know that yes, I am struggling with this. And I guess just to pose the question to you guys, like, what would you do if you were me? And I work with angelic beings all day that don't have egos. So when you propose issues to them that are coming from your ego, it's like, huh? You get like these blank stares, like does not compute. Huh? You know, like they don't understand. And so if anything, I'm hoping that you guys would get kind of a chuckle out of it. If maybe you're doing dishes or driving in your car and you really think, you know, what if that was me? What if that was me? What if I was forced to separate myself out and distinguish myself so far from society that my truth literally carried me into the center of the ocean? Where it's literally just me, God, and the truth. That's really what I have right now, is me, God, and the truth. Because this is my truth. You know, this is my truth. I mean, telling someone you're the absolute, it's like, oh, really? You are? Okay. If you say so. But, I mean, there's little things here and there where you can just kind of tell I'm different from other people. I mean, I chase homeless people down the street. I harass them. I do a life purpose read on their soul, and then I harass them. Like, this guy was sitting outside of a grocery store, and I walked up to him and I said, they want to know why you're not a writer. How come you're not writing? And he's like, who's they? And I said, your angels. They want to know why you're not a writer. And he's like, well, I'm a very good writer. I'm an excellent writer. And I said, yeah, they agree. So what are you sitting here for, dude? You're supposed to be writing. Right? So the next time I saw him like sitting out the grocery store, he saw me coming and he's like, oh crap. Like, not that girl again. So I'll harass people about their truth and their life purpose because it's what they're supposed to be doing, right? It's what they're supposed to be doing with their life. So I guess there are little signs here and there where it's like I did kind of feel like I was a little bit further out there than other people, you know? But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's what's going on with me, and I'm going to do it, obviously, because if I'm going to make bold assertions, I need a title that matches who I am, what I'm doing, and what the other side wants. So I think this is it for me. I think this is probably the last huge difficult truth that I really need to embrace and adopt. I have videos on YouTube that are pretty old called I Am the Absolute, I Am the Voice of the Angelic Realm. So I've already announced this to everybody. So maybe that's what they consider a soft launch. I don't know. Warming up the, pool so I can dive into it. I don't know. But I've said that. I've said it on Twitter. I've said it, on Instagram. I've cracked jokes about it. So I've already said that I was the absolute, but this is just more like, okay, branding, logo, title. I don't know. Can I still call myself Christine? Do I still get that? Or do I have to completely move aside for this? Anyway, so I'm embracing it. I will come to terms with it. I will get used to it. All I can do is just hope that aligning myself with the truth and the light just benefits everybody. Because right now it's kind of harsh. Anyway, so that's the latest, you guys. I just want to let you know I am being the divine obedient. Rough. I'm doing what they're asking me to do and embracing my truth and speaking my truth. So, yeah, this is my life purpose and my soul contract. So just be grateful. You don't have to do this. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.